Hey, I already made 2 videos about Usopp's toad, but just recently, just a few days ago, we got new information from One Piece We Records data book, index set, and Arthur from Library of O'Hara, too many R's, from Library of O'Hara, he posted this info on his Twitter. It turns out the toad has a name, Gamma Pionosuke, and one day it was attacked by a snake and Usopp was nearby, but instead of helping poor Toad, he decided to just run away because he was scared of that snake too. And Toad was like, maybe I should jump on this man's head to get away. And then Gamma realized, well, Usopp is quite good at running from threats, so maybe I should stick with him. It's interesting to think that it happened right in the beginning of his Wano arc, and Usopp decided on a role of a toad salesman after this meeting with Gamma. After all, Gamma is a toad, not a frog, and I'm guilty of this mistake too. And on Twitter, from Library of O'Hara, it was stated too like it's a frog, but it is actually a toad. And Usopp sells toad oil. So, maybe it's not Gamma's oil, but at least it might have given him the idea. So let's settle this once and for all. We are talking about a toad, not a frog. And it is important because, as I said before in my first video, I think, about Usopp's toad, frog is kaeru in Japanese. And this word has also some other meanings like returning, but Gamma means toad in Japanese. So its name is basically Toad Pionosuke. Gamma as a toad, Gamma Pionosuke means Toad Pionosuke, and I really want to talk about its name. We have 2 characters with a similar name, Momonosuke and now deceased Runosuke. Momo means peach. Ru means dragon. So, by logic, the remaining part is Nosuke. It's also a fun detail I want to note that Momonosuke and Runosuke, they both are connected with dragons, and I couldn't remember any other character whose name is ending in Nosuke. If you do remember, please share in the comments down below. But it would be a fun pattern if Pionosuke would be kind of part dragon too. Since Nosuke is just an ending, the meaningful part seems to be pion. And pion, as I found out in Japanese, it seems to be a sound. It's not a word, it's describing a sound of hopping or jumping. And it is also being used for frogs. And there's also an example, kaeru ga pion to tonda. It means a frog hopped or jumped, made a sound of hopping or jumping. So this is the sound used for frogs. Damn, I did it again. It used for frogs. And the sentence, what about the frog? But we're talking about a toad. A toad. A toad. So his name is Gamma Pionosuke, Toad Hopping Nosuke. Basically, it is how it should be translated. And I think Oda actually gave it this name for hopping on Usopp's head. Honestly, this name lowers a possibility of Gamma being a really important character, though it could still be maybe a toad who ate a dragon fruit, and Kaido then would be a dragon who ate a human fruit. I think that would be a really cool twist. Now we are done talking about the name, and I really want to talk about the story. I think it's also worth exploring how Gamma and Usopp have met. When I was little, I read a lot of fairy tales of different peoples, and unfortunately, I can't remember the exact fairy tales and give you some proof, but I clearly remember this trope. The hero saving one creature from another creature. The first interesting point is that usually the one being saved is a snake, and in this instance, we are saving a toad, not a snake. For example, in one folk tale, a hero saved a snake from a fire. I don't remember if it was set on fire by someone or just happened to get into the fire anyway, this snake turned out to be a snake princess. It brought the hero to its kingdom in the underworld, underground, and hero met with the king of snakes. And king was like, maybe you'd like a prize for saving my daughter. I have like 2 or 3 bags in here, 2 with something of monetary value like gold or silver, and the third, oh, it's just an old ring. And this snake princess quietly, or maybe before entering the underworld, is talking to her hero, hey, choose a ring. Don't get swayed by gold, choose a ring. And hero chooses this ring, and it turns out to be a magical ring. So it was worth it. It gives him some incredible abilities. In some tales, the saved creature just turned out to have some kind of abilities, a way to help the hero. And I think Gamma's backstory could be a play on this trope. First of all, Toad is the one being saved, but that's actually quite logical because it goes to Japanese mythology. And I think I was talking about this in my first video about that confrontation between Toad and the snake Orochimaru. So that is okay, because the dragon is not on our side. Dragon is our enemy, and the snake is like a representation of the dragon. So of course we're helping a Toad. But about this particular trope, about saving some creature from another creature. So hero Usopp wasn't like a hero from a folktale. He didn't save this Toad. He tried to run away. And so this is what makes this trope a little bit more interesting, because we are not following the rule. So in his case, Toad just decided to stick with him without giving him any kind of prize, any kind of help, without showing any of its maybe magical abilities. But what if this tale is closer? The tale of Usopp meeting Gamma. What if it's closer to the trope than we think? What if this Toad actually does have some kind of powers? And maybe if Usopp actually did save it, the Toad would reveal these powers, or maybe it was transformed into a Toad. And in One Piece world, it could also mean it is some kind of powerful zoan, maybe Toad Zone. And I think I speculated about this possibility already in one of the recent videos, maybe about Toad Oil, maybe the first one about the Toad itself. Or it could actually be a magical creature, because Wano is an interesting country. I think we did see Kirin, so there is a possibility of actual real life magical creatures living here, because if there are mythical zones, where did they come from? They have to get something from the real world. So maybe mythical creatures were real at some point in time. And we know Wano is kind of ancient. It closed its borders from the world, so why not? Some magical creatures could have survived here. And maybe if Usopp actually helped Gamma, Gamma would maybe grant him a wish or something. Or like in the story that I was talking in my first video, you can go watch it. One hero, he saved the Toad, and in thanks, he got the magical abilities from this Toad, magical abilities of transformation. So it was pretty cool. Maybe Usopp could get it from this Toad, or maybe not, because Oda likes playing on his tropes. But anyway, it surely is connected. So with this backstory, theories do not stop. Actually, it fuels our theory. And we even got the name. Isn't it exciting? Just wait, and it will be revealed as a powerful creature, and we can only hope it is on our side. But who knows? The Toad is always watching. That's it for now. Thank you for listening to my theory, and please share your thoughts in the comments down below. See ya!